Hi there. Join our casual conversations for curious, bewildered, and aspiring midlife cannabis queens. Welcome to the Closet Disco Queen podcast, featuring Queenie and TT. So kick off your platform shoes, sit back, and get ready to laugh and learn all about adult use cannabis without having to ask a 22-year-old. Let's get rolling.
Well, hello, TT. Welcome back to the Capital Region.
Hi, Queenie. It's good to be back.
TT surprised me. She was in the office when I arrived.
Just let myself in.
I
said hi to the dogs.
I don't care. I don't care at all. But that's the way the whole weekend's been. It's been boom, 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 boom,
busy,
boom.
busy, busy.
Yeah. It's like rolling from one thing to the next. So I was just coming in from another soccer game from the weekend.
Wow.
A thrilling 0-0 tie. It was a pretty good game.
This is the little one.
This was the youngest. Yes, yes. And she had just come off 2 hours of softball practice.
Oh my gosh, these kids.
Immediately. So it's like
they're so busy.
So
they love it though, don't they?
God. Yes, they do. We celebrated Brittany's birthday yesterday, so I had AJ and Annie with me for a little bit. I needed them to help me finish shopping on behalf of my mom. So we had lunch. We went to Cracker Barrel.
Oh yes, they love Cracker Barrel.
All the kids love Cracker Barrel because they know me as an easy touch for dropping dropping some major cutage, in the store. Because I just see things in there that I'm like, oh wow, look at this. And of course, they never want any of the things I'm excited about. But we were walking through, and I said, "Yeah, we have to get a card for Bryn." So we got that, and then I said, "Girls, if you want to pick something out, you can, and show me what it is." And Annie, within 2 seconds, she grabs a Mimi, and the look on her face, she was in heaven.
Oh,
she goes, "This is what I want," and just rubbing the satin and the whole, and her eyes glazed over. I'm like, "Oh my God!" Now, since nobody knows this, she's a Mimi queen. She has. I purchased 3 Ariel Mimis for her.
Well, explain to people what Mimis are, because
they're those little teeny security blanket things, usually with a little stuffed animal head.
A head, and then the blanket, and it's like soft and
so
satiny.
Some of them are really super, super, super soft. Mm-hmm. Yes. So when she was born, I had gotten her an Ariel Mimi, which she, adored. And one day it was left at daycare or something, so I bought a replacement Ariel Mimi, and then at some other point maybe the first Mimi got lost, and we only had one left, and
you needed a backup.
So I got the third Mimi, and so the third Mimi has since been referenced as Fluffy Mimi.
Okay.
Because for a while there, she was the fluffier of the two Mimis, because Lauren washes them nonstop.
I can see that.
Yeah. So they're a little rugged, but Fluffy Mimi has some fluffier characteristics. But this kid...
What kind of Mimi was this one? Was this an Ariel one?
No, this was a puppy.
Oh, a puppy. Oh.
A puppy Mimi. But she was like, Mima. She went through the store, and other things caught her eye.
Yeah.
And she'd say, oh, maybe I want this. And then I'd watch her, and she'd look, and then the fingers would be doing this on the satin. And she'd go, no, I still want Mimi.
Oh.
So funny. So and of course, we're driving home, and I'm like, oh dear. I said, I think I'm going to get in trouble.
How many Mimis are you going to buy?
Well, and my daughters don't like them having stuffies to begin with, because they're cluttersome and whatever.
Germy, yeah.
The whole thing. And I ignore them. And buy the largest ones I can find, usually. But,
Grandma's prerogative.
Well, but I saw the look on her face when she saw this Mimi. There was no way. Yeah. So when we got there, she was, I looked at her and said, Annie, what's wrong? She goes, Mommy's mad at me. And Lauren goes, no, I'm not. She goes, I can tell by your face.
Oh, no.
She wasn't. I think I may have planted it. I don't know. I think I may have scarred the child. Oh, I'm so glad I was able to get that for you. Too bad your mother's going to have a total conniption fit. Yeah.
Meanwhile,
yeah, we had fun.
Mom was fine with it.
Not really. She.
Oh, okay.
As soon as I walked out of the bathroom, she goes, "Mom, why does my child have another Mimi?"
Don't you love being scolded by your kids?
And AJ's going, "It's not a Mimi, it's a Lovey."
Oh, AJ's the peacemaker.
Oh, yeah. They're just too funny. Too funny. Our Closet Disco Queen podcast deals with legal adult cannabis use and is intended for entertainment purposes only for those 21 and older. Okay, so TT, what have you consumed so far today?
I consumed one of my pre-rolls. It's called, let me get it out because I can't remember because, the whole short-term memory thing. Interspecies erotica.
Ooh.
It's quite nice. It's a very smooth little joint. It's 20% THC, and it's a hybrid.
Interesting name.
Yeah.
Is it purposeful?
I don't know. Well, when I bought it, I was hoping it would be the erotica part, but so far, it has not lived up to the resonators. Oh my God.
Gotcha. Yeah, so that's been a real crisis.
It's been a crisis. I need
So,
my resonator.
So what we have done, all in the under the guise of doing good work for our community.
We are being sacrificial.
We are, yes. We're going to be receiving a delivery, a cannabis delivery.
Yes,
in the
soon.
next 20 minutes or so. Because TT needs her infused gummies, baby.
I do. Yes.
Yes, so we may have to pause for a memento.
Yes, what have you consumed, my dear?
I was using my pipe, and I consumed Project 518.
That's our zip area code.
It is.
Not zip
so it's
area.
a New York grown.
New York grown, okay.
By Heady Tree.
Heady Tree.
Heady Tree.
Interesting.
New York.
Now, why did you select that one?
Oh, I did like the name.
And do you like the packaging?
Not really.
It's kind of dark.
It's dull.
Yeah.
There's nothing exciting about it. Let's see. This comes in at 33% THC, and it is an indica.
Okay. In the couch.
So
we'll see how this goes.
Yes. Yesterday, I was on my feet for quite a while, and so I'm looking for some physical,
pain relief.
Pain relief.
Yeah. Okay.
Best provided with an indica.
All right. How are your footsies?
They were hurting pups yesterday, to the point where the first time I sat down, I thought, "Oh dear, you should not have done that."
I'm never getting up again.
It was like, whoa, that was a big mistake. But it was fun. Can't complain. And I scarred a grandchild.
Well,
Yeah.
That's the worst thing.
Mm-hmm. So,
She'll
yes.
be fine.
I'm sure she will.
And we went to a couple of basketball games when I was in Wisco. It was really fun. Although the Badgers, oh my God, something happened to them.
Last night?
Yesterday's game.
Oh, yesterday.
Yeah. There's something about the 11 a.m. games. They just don't do well. They were ahead until the last 10 minutes. At one point, they were ahead by like 17 points.
Whoa.
And in the last 10 minutes,
all hell broke loose.
The Oregon Ducks, they're in the Big Ten now, which is surprising.
Huh.
But anyway, they scored. They tied it in the last few seconds.
Oh, wow.
So we went into overtime and we blew it in overtime. It was just and the guys I think they might be coming down with the flu or something.
Could be.
Because they played Illinois the week before and those guys had been sick. So, and they didn't shake hands with them after but they're in there breathing on each other,
they're
sweating.
Each other's,
yeah.
They're face to face.
Yep.
Oh, no. It's a contact
anyway,
sport. Yeah.
Anyway, it was really fun. It was a good time. And there was this halftime show. Well, the first game I went to, there was a halftime show with, what did he bill himself as?
Oh, dear. Oh, boy. Sounds good.
The oldest daredevil or something like that.
Oh, my God.
It was a 67-year-old man.
So someone our
age who put chairs on top of each other. Like 10 of them. He was so high up. And then he balanced on these things like on one leg and an arm and a leg, and it was crazy.
Has he had every joint replaced already, or what?
I mean, really, he was good. It was very like nerve-wracking. Thinking,
wow,
dear God! But he had like this big, huge smile. He had on one of those singlet things,
and I thought like a unitard.
Yes, a unitard. I'm thinking, it's a certain age you probably shouldn't be sporting that. But anyway, it was bright red and had gold on it and stuff.
Oh, geez,
he was good. And then yesterday's game, it was these. Oh my gosh! Every year, these, I think they're high school girls from Fargo, something else. They do these gymnastics, and there's probably like 30 girls, and they're all going at the same time. They're running up and down these things, doing flips and, spinning and all this other stuff. And then, and then there's one in the middle who's on her hands, like just standing on her hands for like so long. I said to Rich, I can't even stand on my feet like that, without wobbling.
Wow.
And then they have other ones who are jumping onto trampolines and leaping over. And then they made a pyramid of the girls. And one of the girls stood on top of the pyramid. And then they leapt and jumped over the pyramid.
Oh, my God.
It was crazy. Yeah. So that was pretty fun, too.
I recall seeing something like that on AGT.
Mm-hmm.
Acrobatic gymnastics?
It probably, I don't know. But it was fascinating.
Wow.
Yeah. It was cool.
And I don't think I've seen anything like that here.
No.
Well,
I guess they're popular on the halftime show circuit.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
So.
Wow. I know Color Guard's big here.
Oh yeah, yeah. I got a little choked up, because there was this guy who sang the national anthem. He was someone who had autism. He was on the spectrum, and he did the most beautiful job. But he does this to bring attention to autism. And he had the most beautiful tenor voice, and it was just lovely. And the color guard,
yes,
is standing there. And I thought to myself, oh, these young kids in the color guard, they're like, 18, 20 years old, right? Like, where are they going to be next year? It really made me feel so sad.
Okay, we're talking
because I'm catastrophizing.
Well, yes, and we're talking about two different color guards.
Oh, we are?
Yes. I had always thought there was only one type of color guard, the one you just referenced, the military uniform,
right.
very rigid.
Yeah.
No, there's an activity.
Oh, like a sport.
Lauren participated in it with the flag.
Oh, the flags.
And the rifles,
yes.
Sabers.
Yes. I do recall that. A friend of mine had done that when she was in high school.
Yes.
And that's a different color guard.
There was none of that when we were in high school.
No, they were just cheerleaders.
Yeah.
And now there's a difference between cheerleaders and the dance team. So there's cheerleaders that are like acrobats.
Yes.
And the guys put them on their shoulders and all that stuff. And then there's the dance team where they get out and shake their pom-poms and do dances to music and stuff like that.
Well, we had the spirit team, didn't we?
We had
the cheerleaders, and then...
Do we have something else? Oh, we did have some dancing girls. We had the drill team.
The drill team,
yeah. But I was thinking, too, about the guy who sang. I was like, okay, they're getting rid of DEI. There will never be a chance for someone like him to do this in the future. I know, I just can't get away from it. It's like... Ugh.
Yeah, what prompted all that?
Oh, I was talking about the basketball games.
Basketball. Mm-hmm. I'm telling you, I saw two girls get rocked in the face by soccer balls today, and not a one of them missed a beat.
Really?
I was like, whoa. These
no
girls
tears,
are
no.
Like rocked.
Wow.
More power to them.
Mm-hmm.
I said that would have put me on the ground.
I don't want to play this
I wouldn't
anymore.
have gotten up again. No, I'm not going to do it. Yeah, that's it. That's all I needed. No more
athletics for me.
Yeah, no more athletics and no more reason is required. That's enough for me.
Why can't you see she's part of me? Not just some blanket, she's family. You say I'm big now, but that can't be true. 'Cause Mimi still loves me like she always used to.
So, TT, what other fun things were you involved with?
We went out to dinner to this wonderful, wonderful restaurant that is closing. And we talked to Pietro on our way out. And when I had first moved to Wisconsin, he had just opened that restaurant.
Wow.
And yeah, but he's going back.
It's time to leave.
He's going back to Italy for a few months to take care of his 90-something-year-old mother. Mm-hmm. I said, "Oh, I'm doing that in New York." And he said, I wish I could only have to go to New York. He's from Sicily, I think. But anyway, yeah. So we went to dinner. That was fun. I had a paint date with my son, which was also fun. His friend Shannon. She came over and she brought over all these fresh fruit and
yummers.
Donuts, like these really fancy donuts. And it was fun. We just sat around and talked and painted and had a good old time. So, yeah, and the basketball games. And I got to see a couple friends. I got to see Wicked again with a friend. We watched it together, and it was a lot of fun. So, yeah,
cool.
It was good.
Cool.
A lot of just quiet time at home, too, with the hubby and the doggy.
The puppers.
The puppy.
The puppy. I think we're coming out of the frigidness.
God,
it's
was
supposed
so
to be up in the
cold.
40s here this week.
Rich said it's going up, of course, the day I leave, going up to, I think, in like 35 or 40.
Mm-hmm. Yesterday we had quite a bit melt.
Yeah.
So, but then it refroze.
Well, that's good.
So when you're
Yeah,
driving
right.
home, you could, you're taking your life in
Black
your hands.
ice, yeah.
But nothing to
it
worry
was
about.
so cold when I was there. Like
Yeah,
there were a couple
so
days
windy.
that I
Yeah.
didn't even leave the house because it was, and the poor dog, it was like she couldn't wait to get back in the house.
Well, she's got no
I know,
fur.
but she has a
She's just little
jacket.
hair.
But her paws get cold.
Yeah.
She won't wear boots.
Did you try?
I tried.
It is
You know
so
what I
funny.
did? I
she
bought
do that
mittens.
thing?
Yes.
Oh my God.
Yes, I bought mittens because I thought I'm just going to see if she can tolerate this. I bought little kid mittens.
Oh my God.
And put them on her feet, and she tried to pick all of her feet up
At once. It's like hysterical. We did that to Dusty at Atria. We got him little boots. And,
Yep.
And then, of course, I just watched him, do
laugh hysterically.
and laugh hysterically.
And then
in
they
front of
get
the
embarrassed.
And they looked at me like, why are you doing this to me? I was like,
What's happening?
oh, boy.
Yeah, but I'm glad the weather hopefully will break soon.
I know. I can't wait. It just yesterday felt melty.
Yeah, good.
Yeah. And it wasn't freezing with the wind whipping you in the face.
Oh, well.
So
Yesterday was, even as we were walking back from the basketball game to our car, there's like this one area we walk through. It's like a wind tunnel. And it was fine. The sun was shining. It was like 26 degrees. But man, let me tell you, in the wind, it was like 0. It was crazy how much the temperature drops when you've got the wind blowing on you.
Oh yes, absolutely. Yeah. Oh my God.
And it was like, I think I told you it was like 25 below one day. And I was like, okay.
Well, I'm working with my gentleman from Kenya, and
poor thing.
He asked me the rhetorical question: "Winter's almost over, right?"
Ooh. Almost. What does the word "almost" mean to you?
Well, we have had snow in April. And he said, "April." I said, "Yeah, but if it comes in April, it goes really quickly.
It's gone. Gone. So fast.
Don't worry about it.
Oh,
we just had a foot of snow. And one April, when I first started working at the home care agency, we got a storm 20 some odd inches.
Oh, wow.
The week before.
Mm-hmm.
So that would have been like the second week in April.
Oh my gosh. It
was freakish.
I remember driving to Milwaukee to go to Mexico in a huge snowstorm.
You can get to Mexico without going through Milwaukee, right? There's a more direct route if you're driving. Just go straight down south. That way. Don't go to Milwaukee first. But you had a blizzard to contend with?
Yeah, we weren't sure we were going to make it. It was really kind of scary.
I missed 3 days in Belize.
Oh, bummer.
For Dan's 50th birthday. I couldn't get out. We had a blizzard here. Yeah.
That's so disappointing. It's not so bad when you can't get home.
Right.
But when you're on vacation, you can't get to your vacation spot. That's hard.
Right. But it was fun when I flew in to the little dinky airport there.
Oh my God, that little tiny airport.
On a little teeny plane, I could see the three of them bombed on their asses at the bar right next to the airport, waving at me with glowing green glasses on.
They did that just for you.
Just for me. It was my welcome committee. Good God. I mean, you could almost reach out and touch them. That's how close.
Those
fun.
little planes. Yeah.
Yeah.
They like ask you how much you weigh because they have to balance them.
Dan got hauled off and we never saw him for like an hour. It's like, well, they just said, come with me. Okay. Where?
Oh, the plane I was on to go from, what's the place you fly into? The capital.
Belize City.
Belize City. To go from there to one of the Ks.
Mm-hmm.
We were on this little plane that it was.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it was like a 10-person plane.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And they fly so low. And are they here?
Yes.
The delivery.
Yes. Tell them I'm on my way out.
Okay.
Oh, Jesus.
Are we still recording?
Yeah. We're back.
We got our delivery. I can't wait to try these, but not right
We got our
this
delivery.
minute.
We can't wait to try them, but not this minute. No. And TT
I'll
also
report
brought,
back.
Yes. Tasty treat that I was just, sorry.
Having a little taste
Having
of.
a little
snackage.
A little more than a taste. Big chomps out of there.
What's the latest but us? TT, tell me the news. Where is it legal? No one knows. What's the latest but us? TT, tell me the news. Where is it legal? No one knows.
So, TT, do you have a story for us this week?
I do. I'm trying to be positive about some things in life. And this is a story about one of New York's neighbors. Last week I reported on Illinois doing good things with cannabis. And this week's story is about New Hampshire.
New Hampshire.
New Hampshire. I'm happy to report that they passed a bill to let patients grow their own medical marijuana at home. And they are also annulling, which I think is the same as expunging, but I'm not sure, past cannabis convictions. Annulments are
An annulment is an erasure.
Right.
Pretty much. It's,
Right.
Well, in the Catholic Church it is.
That's what I was
Something
thinking,
Never
yeah.
existed.
Yep.
Oh.
So any simple marijuana possession charges are going to be wiped out, which is awesome.
Wow.
Up to 2 ounces of cannabis and 5 grams of hash, or an amount of cannabis that's legal under New Hampshire law for adults 21 and older to possess, which, is a little higher. But anyway, I thought that was
Good for
great.
New Hampshire, the granite state.
Mm-hmm. And the other was, again, being able to grow up to 3 plants and 12 seedlings for people who
Have a medical
medical card. Right.
But if you were a recreational user, no. Is recreational legal? Or is it all medical?
I think it's all medical there.
Ah, that could explain why.
Yes.
Did you have a chance to, I just made that bizarre statement, but had you had a chance at all to watch any of the Saturday Night Live stuff?
No, we didn't. No.
Maybe the next time we have a sleepover.
Oh, that would be fun.
Oh,
yeah.
Just
That would
have
be
to-
awesome.
Mhm.
So anyway, I just want to let you know, though, that the New Hampshire governor is not thrilled about this. And she said she'll veto it. So I don't know if they have enough support to override the veto.
So Chris Sununu isn't the governor anymore.
Who?
Chris Sununu?
Chris Sununu. Yes, it is Chris Sununu.
Oh, that's a he.
Oh, did I say she?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. He, Sununu.
Why did I think he was, is he Republican?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. Why did I at one point thought he was maybe on the little, a little more liberal side?
Huh.
I don't know where I would have
I
gotten
don't
that.
know.
I don't know. My error. Well, we'll have to keep an eye on that.
And 2/3, about 65% of New Hampshire residents do support legalizing weed.
Well,
so
we know percentages don't matter a shit.
no, you're right. We'll just have to wait and see.
Wait and see. But that is good news should it prevail for the folks that, rely on cannabis to feel better.
Right. I mean, of all things, you'd think medical would be the law of the land, But,
well, it would be precedent, or it would take priority.
Right. Right.
Maybe not precedent, but priority, because it can impact quality of life. And
exactly.
It could also, if someone's not in pain, they're more productive.
Absolutely.
Less time out of work.
Mm-hmm.
There's
all kinds of benefits.
Many, many, many benefits to.
But you know what? Yeah, reason doesn't seem to play part in a lot of things these days. So.
Nope. So, well, thank you for bringing that to our attention this week, TT.
You're very welcome.
We are pleased to welcome back for your enduring podcast pleasure. Is it a strain or figment of Queenie's brain?
Are you ready to play? Is it a strain or a figment of Queenie's brain? Did you just hear that big exhale?
I did.
That was not TT, nor I. That was Miles.
Miles, the large dog.
Going.
He's just sighing like, oh, God.
Oh, well, he knows we're eating, and he's like, they're not going to share.
Oh, not sorry, Miles. It's too good for you.
No, I know when it smells like this in here, food will not be shared. Don't even think about it. It's not.
We don't share our munchies.
No. We are very generous at other times. but no, not now. No. It gets very cutthroaty in here. Mm-hmm. For sure. Okay. So, I don't know. We've been, all over the board here with
We have. I don't know what's going on.
It's very haphazard.
Well, it's never been anything but, really.
It's kind of slapdash. for want of another term. But yeah, I don't know what to think.
Well, as I said last week, it always makes sense in my head.
Yes. But I understand
I'm not always able to translate what's in my head into a language that human beings understand. So,
but it makes perfect sense to you.
To me.
Okay. That's in the scheme of things, isn't that all that really matters?
That's true.
Yeah.
Yes. Authenticity.
I mean, if we're all living in a construct, or this is just all a simulation, who cares?
The Matrix.
Yeah, but in the big scheme of things, again,
right?
Who cares? Okay, this week's selection. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
She's ready, folks. Oh dear.
Your penmanship.
Here we go again. Oh, here you go. Okay.
Is it your handwriting?
Yes, it is. Plus, I have notes all over that paper, so
that's true.
I jot things down. Literally jot. It's my jotting.
Did you forget it already?
This week's selection is Groovy Juice.
Groovy Juice. Oh, I like that. Groovy Juice.
Groovy Juice.
I'm thinking that's a strain.
You know the drill.
Yeah, why?
You can't just get away with, and that's it.
Well, because, of course, groovy brings up the 60s and 70s, feeling groovy. Mm-hmm. And juice is, what I'm thinking is groovy. I'm thinking this might be a hybrid because groovy juice Makes me think groovy is like just feeling groovy, that that song that's kind of, you're just mellowed out, hanging out, But then the juice part makes me think, oh, juice gives you some energy, So Groovy Juice would be a hybrid. It would kind of give you that groovy feeling.
There you go.
But also with a little energy.
I get it. I do. So TT thinks this week's selection is indeed a genuine strain. Is that correct?
Yes.
And she just explained why. Far be it from me to question. Oops. Oh. I'm getting notices all over the place. Well, TT, Groovy Juice is indeed a figment.
Oh.
Sorry to say.
It's a good one.
I thought so. It's actually a drink.
It is?
It's a brewed beverage.
Is it a cannabis drink?
No.
Oh, okay.
Oh, nice try.
I'd like a review by the judges.
She casually asked.
Well, when I was explaining, I was thinking that would be a really good drink name, cannabis drink name.
Oh, I might have been inclined to give you half a point had you said that.
But no such luck.
No.
Sister.
No. Not after that line of questioning, that intense scrutiny. They just put me under.
Oh, well. Good one. Good one. You've stumped me again.
Oh. Well, no, I think you've been, a lot of these, the figments, you've been spot on.
Spot on with?
When they're figments, you have been. More often than not.
Recently.
Correct.
Yeah.
But we'll plod along. We'll keep going.
I was stuck on the word groovy, I think.
Well, groovy's cool.
It's groovy's groovy.
Groovy's groovy, baby. Groovy's just groovy.
I see it in those letters, those bubble letters.
Yeah, bubble with hot pink and orange and yellow.
Yeah.
Like laughing.
Feeling groovy. Yes.
Yes. Just like laughing.
Yes.
Absolutely. If people want to know what twisted us up, go watch any show from the mid-'60s. And you'll know immediately. All righty. Well, we'll keep trying to see if we can punk TT.
You've been pretty successful lately.
Mm-hmm. So this week, I was listening to Conan O'Brien radio on Sirius XM, and there was a little ad for Conan O'Brien Needs a Friend. They're looking for people who Conan can talk to for that segment of the podcast.
Well, I'll be his friend.
Well, I think we could both be his friend.
Of course.
But you have to present a premise through which you're
Queenie and TT.
Well, I know. Say no more. Right?
Yeah.
So you think that's enough to submit?
I think so.
Oh.
Discussing adult use cannabis.
He does not use cannabis.
So?
That's true.
Would he not have Snoop on? Oh, Snoop's in the doghouse. Ha ha. With a lot of people.
Oh, Sona is stoned all the time.
Oh, really?
From what I hear. Not when she's working. I'll give you that.
Okay.
That was very clear. She made it very clear.
Right.
So, but yeah, she's very open about her cannabis use.
Well, then why would he not?
Well, yeah, but I just think, well, there's got to be a hook.
A hook.
A hook.
Well, we're old. That's a hook.
We're older than he is.
That's
true. Yeah, I guess that's the hook.
Maybe. These two old ladies getting high every week.
There you go.
And talking about it.
That sounds like a plan. All right, well, we'll have to worry.
Well, we'll work on that a little bit.
We'll work on that a little bit. So, I don't know.
That might not be
Weirder
a good
things
hook.
Have happened. It could be a great hook.
If you have a query, my dearie, that can't be answered by Siri, turn to Mary Jane in your time
MJ, I finally got comfortable buying cannabis, but now my stash is piling up. How do I store it properly so it stays fresh and doesn't turn into sad, dried out dust?
Oh, honey, you've reached a glorious milestone in your cannabis journey, the overflowing stash dilemma. But just like fine wine and that fancy cheese you totally meant to use in a recipe, cannabis needs proper storage to stay fresh and potent. Let's make sure your greens don't turn into dusty disappointment. If you're still using plastic baggies, I love you. But we need to talk. Plastic dries out your bud and messes with the delicate trichomes, those little crystal-like bits that hold all the good stuff. Use airtight glass jars. Mason jars work great. Or get fancy with UV-protected stash jars. Keep them labeled, because nothing is worse than guessing, is this the relaxing one, or am I about to clean my entire house? Cannabis doesn't like heat, light, or too much oxygen. Treat it like a vampire with social anxiety. No direct sunlight. Keeps it from degrading and losing potency. No extreme heat. A cool, dark place, like a cupboard or drawer, is ideal. No exposure to air. Oxygen dries it out, so always close those jars tight. Basically, your nightstand drawer is better than your windowsill. Too dry? Your weed turns into brittle dust. Too moist? Hello, mold. Ideal humidity. 55-62%. Use humidity packs, like Boveda or Integra Boost, to keep things perfectly fresh. Just pop one in your jar. It's like a spa day for your stash. Do not store it in the fridge or freezer. That's a fast track to trichome destruction. Mixing strains in the same jar is like throwing all your leftovers into one container. Flavors and aromas blend, and not always in a good way. Store them separately to preserve their unique qualities, and so you don't accidentally energize yourself at midnight. Edibles. Keep them in their original packaging or an airtight container in a cool, dark place. Vape cartridges. Store upright to prevent leaks, away from heat. No one wants a pocket full of sticky disappointment. Concentrates. Silicone or glass containers are your best bet, and store them cool to maintain texture and potency. Old weed won't hurt you, but it will be sad, harsh, and weak. If it smells like hay or mildew, it's past its prime. Time for a dispensary trip. For a final pro tip, treat your stash like a fine wine collection. A little organization goes a long way. Get a stash box, label your jars, and keep it all tidy. Not only will your cannabis stay fresh, but you'll feel like an absolute connoisseur next time you reach for your perfectly preserved bud. Now go forth and store your stash like the sophisticated cannabis queen you are.
So, have you ever gotten to the point where you've had enough cannabis to feel like you ran out of storage options, or perhaps if, let's say, you were, widely open about your cannabis use and you wanted to have a display of products?
Oh my.
In your family room, for example, if you were
entertaining and have a little tray.
Yeah, something along those lines.
I've never thought about that because
do you own any special storage?
I do not, because I mostly have gummies. I mean, I have my little weed bag.
A weed bag. That's a great idea.
A cute little zip bag.
Now, is that odor proof? Do you know?
I don't think so. I don't know.
Some are.
Smells nice.
Some.
Oh, that's because I have a sploof inside it. It smells like a dryer sheet.
She just made it smell proof. Okay, here's the next suggestion.
Put a dryer sheet in there.
Take your sploof, put it in your weed bag, and if anybody sniffs your bag, they'll smell your sploof. How did that sound?
There you go.
Well, it worked for TT. And again, proof positive that the sploof works.
I don't think that is smell proof.
I don't think so either if you smell the sploof through.
However, I hear tell that there are such things, so that you can evade the drug sniffing dogs. I guess
that's exactly for people.
Yeah, drug sniffing people. Yeah, I smell something.
I thought I smelled some weed. I've purchased little metal screw top containers. Just little. They're about the size of that little metal grinder.
Oh, yeah.
Like if I had a bud from this and 2 buds from that, and I wanted to grind them up, I would put them in there. They're just different colored.
Yep.
But they're airtight.
Mm-hmm. And what are they made of? Metal?
Aluminum. Metal.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm guessing it's aluminum.
Yeah.
And, things like that.
And then I think she said glass, right?
Glass is, that's a great solution.
Well, but with glass, does it have to be colored glass?
The recommendation would be that it's either frosted, somehow frosted or colored, or that somehow, you are shielding the butt. Unless you're leaving if it's a plain glass jar, like a real mason jar, in a dark,
if you put
space.
It in your
it's
cupboard,
not,
your weed cupboard.
Your weed cupboard. So it's not being exposed to the elements.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah, but otherwise...
That's good to know.
Yeah. So that is good to know, that you really, to maintain the potency and the flavor and your desired effects, that storing your cannabis products properly is important.
Well, they'll just last longer.
Well, that too. And I would also highly recommend, if you've purchased gummies in the late spring through the summer, don't leave them in your car.
No, don't.
Because you will come back to a huge glob.
One very large gummy.
A large glob of God knows what. So just take it from me.
That happened to a chocolate bar I had in my car. But it wasn't in the summer, but it was in my purse, and my purse was down near the heating duct, apparently. And so it was a big blob of chocolate, but I just kind of gnawed at that thing.
Can't let it go to waste.
Nibble, nibble here. Nibble, nibble there.
Well, yeah.
Like a little mouse.
Yeah, well, Yeah, you can't let it go to waste.
No, it was good.
Well, yeah.
It didn't seem to change the properties.
No.
I don't think it was heated enough.
The form.
Yeah.
Maybe the density or the rigidity.
The shape.
For sure. Flaccidity.
Viscosity.
Whatever. Did we do everything? Oh, yeah. No. Yes. No.
Yes, we did. No.
Yes.
Yes. Yes. You're right.
Oh, boy. Yes, no, yes. No.
Oh, dear. Three things. That's all. Three things.
We can't keep track of them. Yeah, that's really bad.
Oh, dear.
Well, we might have our hook. Yep. Yeah. That might be it. So, well, it's so good to have you back.
It's good to be back.
Wow. Certainly does change the dynamic a little bit.
A little bit.
Little teeny bit. Let's see, anything exciting going on this coming week? I'm
in the re-entry phase. I'll be reacclimating.
Yes.
To being a shut-in.
Homebound. Not homeward bound. Homebound. There's a slight difference. Homebound. Oh, that's on the SNL special too. I won't ruin it.
Okay.
Yeah, I've got a new person coming in from
clients.
Ghana.
Yeah.
Yes. All righty, everybody. Have a wonderful week.
Enjoy.
And we'll be back.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thanks for joining us at the Closet Disco Queen podcast. Grab a brownie or doobie, pass us to your friends, and be sure to follow us on Apple Podcasts or wherever you listen. And be sure to leave us a 5-star review, as it helps others find us. Peace out.
us, my friend. He needs a fan, well, hey, we qualify. Two old ladies talking weed, come on, let's give it a try. What's the hook? We're old. What's the hook? We're bold. What's the hook? We get high and lose control. Two midlife queens sparking up and spilling tea. Conan, we're your people. Let's make some history. Look, Conan, we know you don't like the green, but your assistant, yeah, she's riding that scene. We got wisdom, got jokes, got stories so wild. If you want midlife mischief, we got it compiled. What's the hook? We're old. What's the hook? We're bold. What's the hook? We got stories still untold. Two disco queens with a podcast so tight. Conan, light us up. We're ready for the spotlight. What's the hook? We're old. What's the hook? We're bold. What's the hook? We got stories still untold. Two disco queens with a podcast so tight. Conan, light us up. We're ready for the spotlight. What's the hook? What's the hook? What's the hook? We got stories still untold. Two disco queens with a podcast so tight. Conan, light us up. We're ready for the spotlight.